Welcome. This is my Sunday Analytics, and I'm here back for another week. I believe this is my seventh week, and I was watching other videos and trying to get some tips and some tricks, and I just feel discouraged. But I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. So I did write down a couple of different tips for myself that I want to share. One is research, research, research. That's one thing that I'm learning as far as keep moving forward. And I think the other thing that I need to do as far as growing my small YouTube channel, which I want to be a larger YouTube channel, is, just to remember what my why is. And when I started this channel a few years ago and I let it sit dormant, I just wanted to let my voice be heard. So I think that if I just stick to the fact that the reason why I started the channel in the beginning is to make sure that my voice gets heard. I hear lots of different stories, lots of different versions of, different things on video on YouTube, and I just want to tell my story with my voice and to reach an audience that's waiting to hear my voice. Some other things is I know that because I do different subjects, well, I have the Connecticut Housewives that I do with my sister on Tuesdays, and then I had the weigh-in Wednesdays, which for some reason I got busy this week, and I think I was going to do it with my sister, and I completely skipped Wednesday. So being consistent is very important. And I also post other videos. If I see something that's, I don't want to say newsworthy, but sometimes I see things and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't post it, but I went out on a limb and I actually did something with AI. So I keep seeing these advertisements on how to make a video with the assistance of AI. So if you see a couple of videos without my face, that was me practicing doing a video on AI. And actually, one of the most recent videos I did was on something called pre-auricular ear pit. So I did a video like that, I think almost 10 years ago, and it actually got over, I don't know, a few thousand views. And I keep meaning to redo that video. And when I was looking at AI, it was telling me that I could do, what subject did you want to do the video on? So I decided to do it on the pre-auricular air pit, which I haven't get really close. There's a hole right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but so yeah, I was born with a little hole right there. And I think that I have a cousin that also has one. I'm not sure if hers is on her left side. And I actually have an uncle that has one on both sides, I think. I think it's on both sides. And he's actually deaf. So thank God I can still hear. And then my daughter actually has a hole. Is hers on both sides? I can't remember now because she's like in her 20s. But anyway, that's what made me decide to test out AI by using the video. You put in what you want for words and they make a video for you. So if you're interested in more of that, leave a comment down below, and I will try and maybe make another video how I did that. And that video actually is in the ranking by views is 1 out of 10. So I think that that's supposed to be good if you get something that's 1 out of 10 instead of a 7 out of 10. So right now, it could do with a few more views. Let me tell you, doing this YouTube thing, it's fun. I'm using my voice, but it is a lot of work. I just want to make sure I say that. So I said have my voice be heard. I think YouTube is trying to figure out what my algorithm is, because 1 minute I'm doing Connecticut Housewives, talking to my sister, then I have weigh-in Wednesdays, and then I'm like throwing in a video here or there on the pre-auricular thing, pre-auricular ear pit, and then researching. So now I'm making sure that I up my game and continue to research and watch other videos and get some ideas and figure out what my format is, figure out what my voice is. And I guess another thing too is just stop overthinking. Whew. If you're from New England, then I kind of talk fast. My family kind of talks fast. So I have to make sure I slow myself down, don't overthink, and just get the words out. I also think that thinking, what is my story? What is the reason why I'm on YouTube. And it varies. I know some people have it where they're just talking nothing but techie things. And for me, I want to be able to use my voice to talk successfully about running my household. If I read a good book, I'd like to share it. If I see a good movie, which right now I'm into watching East Indian movies, I guess it's called Bollywood, and I just watched a really good movie. Had to read the subtitles, but the characters were Turkish and Greek. And now I'm watching another movie, and it's called a lady was having a baby for somebody else because they couldn't have it. Anyway, so I'm not used to watching a lot of movies, but lately, because my kids are all moving out and I just have my son who's 17 in the house, and I'm finding more time to, just take it easy and read a book or watch a movie. So I'd like to share those things too. One of my daughters is coming this week, and she's going to help me to put list all the books that I read this summer or listened to through Audible, and also to list my movies, because I'd like to be able to share some of the East Indian, the Bollywood movies, but their names are not easy to pronounce. So if I get them a list, then I can possibly just put it in the subtitles or whatever. So something else I'd like to talk about that's really near and dear to me is gardening. I'm not like a professional gardener, but it just brings me joy, and when I'm out there in the garden, it brings me peace, and I feel like just such a like I'm in my own oasis when I'm in my backyard. And something else I'd like to talk about is marriage, because my husband and I've been married for 37 years, and you don't really meet a lot of people over the age of 40 or 50 or 60 that are still in a very successful marriage. So I'm not saying that my marriage is perfect, but I'm just saying being in a successful marriage. So those are some things I'd like to share also. If you want some tips or like to hear me talk more about marriage, if you could also leave a comment in the comment section, I would really appreciate that. That would help me out. And also getting organized. So I can remember when I first got married, my mom used to always keep our house kind of like a museum. And as I got older, 4 kids, and I was homeschooling, and so now I'm back to where I need to declutter and get organized again. So that's something else that I'd like to bring to the picture using my voice. So downsizing, like I said. So, well, I want to also take my camera off the stand here and move it towards, let's see if I can keep it here. Oh, of course, my laptop just decided to. So this is my screen, and right now I'm at 469 subscribers. So I had 4 people that subscribed, and this is the video that I was talking about, and right there it says ranking by views 1 out of 10. So I do need to, in the average duration, not very long, 1 minute and 32 seconds. So I'd like to get all those things up, and I'm learning by watching other people to figure it all out. So let's see here. I can flip the camera, put myself back on my little stand. Oh, I should have showed you my little stand. It's really cute. Well, my little vanity table is kind of a wreck right now, so I guess I won't do that. But I'm like, there's way more people that are doing this. Is just sticking to it and not giving up. That's the one thing. So some things I've learned again from last week. I also went to the profile page for YouTube, and I changed my keywords around. So I had some like homeschooling mom, wife, and I decided to change it to Connecticut housewives and put in a fresh assortment of keywords. So maybe that'll help as far as bringing people to my page. And so I said some of the things I've learned: stop overthinking, keep researching, don't quit, and also remember your why. So I have to remember my why, and just remember to try and bring value. So out of all the things that I've mentioned, if you see or if you've heard one thing that makes sense to you and you'd like me to talk more about that subject, please let me know by leaving a comment below, and let me know where you're from, and if this is the first time that you've actually come to my channel. And I think I didn't even say who I am. I'm Nubia of NubianQueen Nation, and I also want to have this be a comfortable community where other women can come in. We can talk about our locks or our hair, and just to have women come and feel comfortable and build our little queendom, build a little kingdom, a community of women, a circle of women. Whether you're a veteran, I'm also a female veteran, served during Desert Storm. My husband's also a veteran, and I come from a military family where grandfather served in the Coast Guard, and one of my grandfathers. I had two grandfathers, and my husband was Air Force. My sister and her husband were Army. My daughter is Air National Guard. So anyways, that's a little bit about me. And if you're over the age of 40, 50, 60, don't quit. Start a channel. Just be encouraged. And leave your channel down below, and maybe I can follow you. You can follow me. We can follow this journey together. All right, so that's it for me this week. And I believe that, let me go back and check, that was my 7-week mark. I want to keep going. And yes, 4 new subscribers. So thank you for those people who subscribed, and come back again next week. You can also join me on Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central for a live with my sister and I, talking about Connecticut housewives and elderly care for my father. And that's all I have for this week. Thanks again. Peace and blessings. Nubian Queen out. That's what I would say if I was in the military. Ciao for now.